Welcome to another episode of the Creative Center Talk Show on 98.1 in Tulare County. And we have a great show today. We have an episode that we like to dedicate to, which is Edward Villarreal. And we want to be able to kind of share a special show today, share some memories about our friend Edward, who passed on a few weeks ago. And we want to be able just to dedicate this episode to his family and to his friends and just share. A lot of us here at the Creative Center have some memories about him and some fun moments we had with him. And we want to be able to kind of just dedicate this episode. Yeah, express our feelings and just dedicate this show for him, okay? But before we start, I'm going to go all the way around and introduce ourselves. To my left, we have...
Lori,
Connor, Gary,
Luis,
Kim,
Tommy,
Selena,
Sonia,
Daniel.
All right, so we have a fun show today. I know we do want to mention a little bit of what's going on in the Creative Center this week. On Friday, if you're listening to our show, which is Friday at 4 o'clock on 98.1, we just had our water day. So if you're listening to that show, we just had our water day, but this is pre-recorded. So we were pre-recording the show on a Wednesday. So we are having a water day on Friday for the Creative Center, and that is going to be fun because everybody gets a chance to just get wet, you know, soak each other with soakers and super soak guns, and okay.
Why do you say soaker for?
Isn't that what it is? Super soakers?
Yeah, no, that's the name of the brand.
Selena's over here making fun of because I don't know how to pronounce it right.
Giggle
That's so weird.
Super soaker. Don't when you guys did water day, they had like water bombs too, like
No water balloons. I didn't see any.
Okay, so they made it more
just the
safe.
guns.
Okay, so it's just guns. I don't go out there anymore because I remember the first time I went out there, I got smacked in the eye. Somebody shot me in the eye. All right, and I still remember to this day. I'm like, I'm not going back out there anymore. Okay. After we made that announcement, do not shoot in the face. Okay, I went out there a couple minutes going, yay, and out of nowhere, boom, right in the face. And I couldn't like turn around to see who did it because my eyes were like all blurry. All I wanted to do was like scream really loud, like, come on, you know, who did that? Okay, but I was like, you know what? Being a baby about it, I'm just gonna be inside. I'm gonna stay inside. Okay, so
I'm not doing it.
that's probably what it is too. I'm a coward too. So.
I'm not doing it.
Okay, but no, it's they need somebody in the gallery anyways.
I feel like a man out there, even though I'm a girl.
Good for you. Good for you. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm a baby like that. I'd rather be in the gallery where it's nice and cool. So, but yeah, we're gonna have water day this Friday, and everybody looks forward to. And also, we have barbecue going on.
You're not looking forward to it since what happened to you.
Yeah, well,
Well, yeah, you gotta.
well, it's still gonna be fun because we'll do karaoke, play a little bit games in the gallery while they're doing water day. So.
Are you gonna sing too?
Yeah, I'll probably get into it. I didn't do last time because I wanted to give everybody else a chance to sing. But like Kevin, I know Kevin did one. I might do one.
They're gonna do like a slideshow afterwards.
Yes, we are. That's what that day too. We are dedicating the other half of the day to Edward's memory. So we have some family and their family and some family members will be showing up there with hopefully a slideshow because I think there's going to be picture slideshow with that. So it'll give everybody, not just from our podcast team, but Creative Center will get a chance to, you know, share some memories too about that. So that'll be nice. So yeah. So how many guys are looking forward to Water Day? Do you guys have a Water Day memory that you guys have? Do you guys remember the past Water Days?
we had fun with the water day. I got sport, and I said, okay, I'm gonna get you. And then I go and fill my gun with water. It was like little pool tubs, and said, okay, you're gonna get it. But we had fun. But I bring my own pair of goggles at home because I do some people this squirt in my face with water.
After you just tell them to, don't do that.
Not in my face.
Yeah, and they still do it.
Lower body.
Yeah.
Yeah. on my back.
They're so
Like,
funny of the guns that they have and what you guys bring
Pressure,
too. It looks
yeah.
like big giant
Yeah.
tanks.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
with air, water pressure.
Yeah, that's cool then. Sonia, did you want to share something about Water Day memory?
I remember like the sporting gun,
Mm-hmm.
and going into these little pools, and they would have these things and pour it on their leg.
Like buckets?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They didn't have that first time I went there.
Yeah.
Oh, so they have buckets now that you just throw water at each other?
Yeah, like pouring.
That's probably what they replaced the water balloons from. That's probably They just do buckets now and just splash everywhere. All right, that's cool. I'm glad that you guys have something like that. That way it completely gets soaked.
We're not finished yet.
When I was president back then, like I remember everyone wanted to get me wet, but I think I was sick that day. But then I came the other day and all stuff, and then it's still the water day. And like me and Christian were like tackling each other, watering each other, like war zone going on. And we've seen Molly getting how do you say it? Ambushed by water guns. Everyone.
There is a clip that was on Instagram. You follow us. There shows Joel like following. I don't know who it was, but he was it? There, he was following somebody, but it looked kind of cool because it looked like they were running, and he was just going right after them. Pa, 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 pa. So so that was fun. So so Water Day for the clients and some staff members that want to get wet and soaked. That'll be this Friday. And again, if you're hearing the show, it already passed. Okay, but that's what's going on. So we're gonna go ahead and go into this part right now where we're gonna share some Edward memories about Edward.
Yes.
We're gonna fully go into that on Friday too, and we have family and friends over that for the Friday memory day for Edward. So, but anybody want to share some memories? We'll start with Lori.
Excuse me.
I'd like to say that Edward was like a brother to me because before he used to get off the bus, I'd say, "Hey, Edward, have a good day." He goes, "You too, and I'll see you tomorrow." He goes, "Okay," and I go, "Okay, bud."
Nice. He always had a good attitude with everybody, so that's pretty cool. Luis, did you want to share?
Oh, I remember I played this for the Wizard of Oz over the rainbow, and I started the show by opening up that song.
Mm-hmm.
He was alive back then. He's very talented on our spring show. Yeah, he was alive back then, and I do miss him.
Yeah. So you remember him a lot as a performer too, because he's been every single show.
Grease Lightning or that. Was it? That's rock. The rock. When I played Rock Around the Clock every year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's was every show.
Yeah, since I've been here, he's been involved in all the shows, the Christmas show, the spring show. So he's been there. He's been there. Anybody else want to share a memory? Simon?
Even though I didn't really know Edward, I don't think of him as like a big brother. And I remember that time I talked to him was a couple weeks ago or a couple days ago, and I remember just kind of saying hi to him, but I know it's gonna be hard for us to get through these difficult days, but I know we can pull through such a difficult time, and he will be missed as a client and a artist and a performer and a big brother.
Anybody else want to share?
I guess for me,
cool.
It's kind of the same thing with Simon in that, like, I barely knew him. Like, I remember not even my first day here. I was on a tour, and I remember seeing him, and like when I did eventually decide to come around and be a student client person here, I remember him actually directly coming up to me instead of like me coming up to them.
Mm-hmm.
And him just saying hi, and after that I kind of felt like there was something there, like something interesting. And when I heard about his passing, it was there that I heard like how much of an impact he made on. I'm pretty much like literally everyone here. Like, I'm pretty sure it even impacted Simon a bit, and Simon even saying like he was new. He never knew him as much as as much as everyone else did. So to see everyone in like that emotional state was really, really impactful.
Yeah.
Hearing it on the news or the Facebook was even hard. Well, it kind of made me not want to get out of bed, and it made me kind of feel sad, like he's gonna be gone, not seeing him in the halls. But I know he's would want us to be happy, and I'm so sorry I couldn't say bye to him.
Yeah. Like you're mentioning too, you guys have only been here for what, a few months? Yeah, Connor, you've been home like for a few weeks.
I came at April.
Yeah, so you still new here, so you really didn't know him too much. But the way you guys are feeling for him, can you imagine? Everybody else have known him for years and how they got connected with him. So
coming up, like Miggy coming off of a bit of a thing with like the past 2 years with like members of my family passing away, as well as like friends of the family also passing away. It I can definitely feel like a definite like impact that a lot of people have made over other people.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like how my uncle died. He was a client at King's Rehab. How he died from cancer, but I feel like when people pass away, it kind of like hits you hard. But I know everyone would want you to keep on going and move on.
Yeah, I mean, I even had a passing of my dad a few months before, so I kind of understood situation with Edward's family and how they felt, so it's a tough year. But again, like you were saying, Edward would just want everybody to keep going on and do what you guys are doing. Don't stop what you're doing, and keep doing the plays, keep having fun. And that's what I noticed last time when you guys heard the announcement, how you guys still kept on going what you did.
Went on to go do water day.
And water day and had fun.
Had some burgers.
Yeah.
Just
the family was there and helping out too and having fun with us. So because they knew how important the Creative Center was to Edward, so he wanted to have that joy and fun of being there, and that's what he wants every day, to keep going with that. Anybody else?
Memories.
Kim, do you have a memory about Edward you want to share?
I said good morning to him on the bus. I asked him, how's his mom doing? Yeah, Louise. I asked him, how's his mom doing? Talked.
How long have you known Edward, Kim? For a few years too?
For a few years.
Yeah. Do you know his mom really well?
I know his mom.
Oh, good. So, good. All right. Cool. Thank you, Kim. Thank you.
Well, me and Edward, it's kind of funny, like, looking back on the past. So, me and him were friends, and then we always have conflicts sometimes, but hey, we're still friends anyways. And I remember he's always being a goofball and always trying to make everyone laugh. It was funny all the time. He's trying to make these goofy faces. Still remember him doing all that stuff and acting on the stage and all that stuff. Getting the spotlight like a diva, in a way. And yeah, he was cool and all that stuff sometimes, and awesome. So, yeah, to all the family out there.
Daniel, did you want to share something about Edward? So Daniel's got something to share right now.
I miss Edward. See him in a show.
What shows? Do you remember what shows were?
The Grease.
Do you have anything else?
I miss having fun with him.
You have fun with him. Yeah, that's what I noticed too. Everybody just had fun with him. So with me, what I remember him as being one of the leaders here in performing arts, because I had him in performing arts every semester pretty much, and him and there was like a few other clients that kind of like took the role as kind of like the leaders, setting the example for everybody else on stage, because we need to have that, especially when we have a lot of new people coming in the Creative Center that are interested in performing or have never acted on stage before. They would take it themselves to step up and just kind of be the coach in a way and kind of guide them a little bit. Okay, because for all of us, the staff members like me, Kevin, JP, we have things that we have to work on to make the show going, but it's kind of hard for us to track each of you guys, on stage and keep you guys in order a lot. So if we had help up there, which is our leaders and the ones that have more experience, to set the example and just kind of like help us out in that end, Edward was one of them. He was one of those guys that helped us out in that way. When we needed somebody to help another performer on stage, he would be the one that would help out on stage to do that. Okay, so that's one memory I have with him, is being that leader and that help that we all needed on stage for that. The other memory is, which kind of breaks my heart a little bit, is that I know he was interested in doing voiceovers a lot. He was starting to practice creating different characters and different voices for cartoons and stuff, because that was one thing I did mention to the Creative Center and podcast class and voiceover class, that hopefully we'll get to expand to something more like animation, and I want to be able to stretch your talents a little bit more and try out doing some voiceovers and stuff like that. And out of all the clients, I think Edward was the one who really approached that idea of trying to do voiceovers the most, So I was excited to hear every class that we had, the different styles and voices that he had, and different techniques that he would do, So that got me excited, because I saw that potential there, of him doing voiceover acting in the future. I think, but sadly, that it didn't end that way. God has another plan for everybody and for him too. So I'm sure he's still doing his characters and voices up there with him too. So, but I remember him a lot in that, being the leader on stage and also having that drive to stretch his talents, not just an actor on stage, but in that part of being a voiceover artist. He got a chance to try that out a little bit. So
giving his talents back to other people and giving them where they need to go.
Yeah, and that's what he wanted to do, really, and share those talents with others. So that's what's good. But yeah, that will do it for today's episode. We just wanted to have a kind of an intimate episode about Edward, and dedicate this episode to his family and his close friends, and to everybody here at the Creative Center that really knows him really well. And Water Day, Water Day we have coming up every month now until summer ends. We have Water Day, so I'm pretty sure everybody here is excited to get wet and soaked. Okay, Selena's over here.
Yeah.
Take this one out.
I know if I was out there, I would be the target. They might as well put a T-shirt, a target on me. Okay, and yeah, Selena would be following me all over the place, just trying to get me in the face. I know. Okay. All right. So, but yeah, that will do it for today's episode of the Creative Center Talk Show here on 98.1 FM. And we just thank you guys for listening to today's episode. And everybody here at the Creative Center Talk Show says bye.
Bye.